Let me introduce you to the people whose obsession became their addiction, built empires, fueled investments, and shaped our future. I'll walk you through the crazy, the impossible, and the spark that fueled someone's passion become the right side of obsession. What one person might call crazy, another will say obsession. Together, we will explore how the right side of obsession can fuel your motivation, transform the impossible, and build your resilience to make you unstoppable. Watch as I take you inside the obsession to witness the hyper-focus and laser beam energy required to grow your business and build your empires. Obsession has birthed inspiration and fueled dreams. I will show you how the obsession is necessary to turn your passion into profits. Welcome to the season of I Own It. Obsession, where one person's dreams become a reality. Dan Fleyshman is the youngest founder of a publicly traded company in history. After licensing his apparel for $9.5 million at the age of 19, he went on to scale his energy drink products into 55,000 retail stores. Dan also launched one of the top 5 online poker sites globally. He's thrown 53 elevator night events, co-founded the 100 Million Mastermind Experience, and spoken at more than 250 business events, angel invested in 43 companies, and his agency, Elevator Studio, has spent more than $60 million with social media influencers for fashion brands, film studios, mobile apps, and consumer products. Dan hosts the Money Mondays podcast, which is consistently rated #1 entrepreneur show on Apple iTunes charts. And one of the most beautiful things about Dan is his commitment to helping people, as he broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest toy drive ever. With all his successes, one of the main passions is his 26-acre animal sanctuary named Wild Jungle, and his model Citizen Fund charity, which creates backpacks for homeless filled with 150 emergency supply items inside. Welcome to the show, Dan Fleyshman. So having achieved success at such a young age, would you say people think you're obsessed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they think you have to be obsessed. I think I'm obsessed. I think it's not for everyone. I think there's a lot of people that shouldn't be an entrepreneur or a founder. And through the success and actually scaling, you become more obsessed and more addicted to the game, or you burn out. So you only have 2 options. And I just went full steam for the last 25 years straight.
So what does obsessed mean to you?
Obsessed means morning, noon, and night. There is no such thing as a 9 to 5. There's no such thing as weekends. There's no such thing as true vacations. Like, to me, obsessed is enjoying the process, enjoying the game, like being all into it, and really enjoying all the moving parts of it. I like the bad stuff. I like when there's problems because I know that I'm getting faster to a solution, and I expect the problems. And so for you to be that sick, to be obsessed with those type of things, that's a rare person and a rare breed.
Are there sacrifices you have to make when you're obsessed?
The biggest sacrifice to make when you're obsessed is time with people. So that's the hard part, is the reality of it. Family, friends, vacations, trips, going out with your friends to the bar.
Right.
Those are not options when you're all in and you're obsessed about your company or your business and truly trying to scale. And after a certain amount of years, I became unemotional to it. Someone invites me to a wedding in a different country, I'm not going.
Right.
Like, I love you, I'm going to send a wedding gift, but I'm just not going to be able to go for 4 days to a wedding in a different country. Someone has a birthday party and it's going to be on Friday night in this city, but I'm going to be at a convention on Friday and Saturday. I'm not actually sorry. I actually don't say I'm sorry. I'm doing my thing. I'm building my convention, and for next year, if I can be at your birthday, I'll be there for it. So it's hard for people to say that because they think it's rude. It would be rude for you to ask me to skip my convention. It'd be rude for you to ask me to not be able to feed my employees and my staff and my family and my friends. And so I've been very blunt about this over the years. Like, if I can't make it to a holiday event or a birthday party or, God forbid, a funeral or a wedding, I can't make it to that because I have to run this business and I have to run the show. And I'm not choosing business over love or choosing business over friendship. I'm choosing it for everyone involved. My staff, my employees, my lawyers, my accountants, everyone, the clients, everyone is dependent on me. If I don't go do those things, it hurts everyone along the way. And so I think it's rude if you ask me to do the birthday party or go to the bar.
Let's be real. Dan brought up a great point. You can't be everything to everyone. Sometimes you're going to miss birthdays, weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs. But know you have a responsibility to others, and that's what Dan touched on. So think about what he said. The next time you have an event, realize how valuable your time is. Well, you talked about it very well as time. Time's our most precious asset, and how you manage your time will help you make money and achieve the success you want. So I've been honored to be on your incredible podcast, Money Mondays, which was fantastic. Who have you interviewed that seems to be the most obsessed?
Gary Brecka. Gary Brecka is so obsessed about saving the world through our health. And you can see it from when he used to work at a mall kiosk to then becoming a zillionaire and building this humongous personal brand and hundreds of millions of views about it. And he's still the same exact guy that was telling people and teaching people why they should be doing breath work and why they should be doing cold plunge and saunas and everything between. And so he's the most fascinating character to me from an obsession perspective. And I'm glad that his obsession turned into financial wealth, not because it makes him rich, because he works harder now than ever and allows him to spread his message. And him having that financial return because of his obsession is helping save so many millions of lives just from him spreading the message. And that to me is fantastic. When you get Joe Rogan and Dana White and Cristiano Ronaldo and Tom Brady, household names, all praising him, that just edifies him even more to make other people realize, hey, maybe I should look into this health thing.
Yep. Yeah, I've done it. It's tremendous what he does. So do you find that entrepreneurs and obsession seem to go hand in hand?
For sure.
Okay.
You literally have to be obsessed. You cannot part-time being an entrepreneur. You can't part-time be a CEO. You can't just kind of do it. You can't part-time run a restaurant or run a clothing store or run e-com or anything part-time. You have to be obsessed. You cannot do 9 to 5. It's literally not possible. And if you do try it, I can guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt, you will go bankrupt. There's no chance that your competitors will eat your lunch.
Oh, there's no question. Yeah, you can't have one foot on shore and one in the water. You got to get in the water. So one thing that amazes me, Dan, with a lot of things you do is your toy drive and what you do with your toy drive. What inspired you to do it?
So I wanted something that you could see, feel, and touch. And when I grew up, there wasn't many toys because we didn't have money. And I also watched the neighbors didn't have many toys because they didn't have money. And so to me, toys was something very simple and effective that I knew could impact people. The co-founder, Vince, he started Trina's Kids Foundation, named it after his mom. And we did our very first toy job with 8 of us on the floor at Hubble Studio, just wrapping toys on the floor. Then it was 16 of us. Next year it was 30 of us. Now there's, we cover the stadium at SoFi Stadium and cover it with 118,000 toys. And so it compounded because I wanted what's called a true cause and effect. Ben donates $1,000, I buy $1,000 of toys. There's no overhead, there's no staff, there's no everything is that 100% of that money goes to toys. Ben decides, you know what, I like that, I'm gonna do 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000, or I'm gonna get my friends and my whole company together and donate $250,000. Every single penny goes to toys, and Ben and his team can go drive over there and do it themselves.
Oh, that's great.
Or by the way, you don't even donate to us, you just go do toys yourself. You don't need me. My toy drives are in 10 cities around the country. There's hundreds of cities around the country that could go do it themselves without me. I just want to inspire them to go do it. And so now there's hundreds of toy drives that happen that are beyond the ones that we created, simply by us showcasing it year after year for now 11 years in a row.
So you're unique in that you have many great successes in many different types of industries. You're very diversified. What part of your success formula transfers to any industry? What's the common element that you just keep transferring over case by case?
Being relentless.
Okay.
In anything that you do, you have to be relentless. You want to be the best wrestler, the best basketball player, the best at polo, best at swimming, best at golf. You have to be relentless to compete against the others. And just the fact that you show up every single day and train and work and hard and compete month after month, year after year, you will stand out amongst everyone else that fades away. It's like the tortoise and the hare.
Yep.
You just keep doing it every single day. You go to the gym every day, you go to training every day, and you want to play basketball or pickleball or football, whatever, every single day. The other ones are going to burn out. They're going to sprint like a rabbit and then fade away. And if you just keep doing it over and over and over and being relentless, you will win. That happens in business. If every single day you scale your company, every single day you try to make sales, every single day you're marketing your business, you will stand out from everyone else.
So it's showing up,
Yes.
being persistent and reliable and dependable, and all these qualities that you have can transfer to any industry.
Yeah.
So you've done some exits, okay? When do you know it's time to get out?
So the best time to sell is when you are being approached to be sold, approached to buy you. The hard part is people wait till it's too late or till they have a bit of decline. No one wants to buy you when you're declining.
That's right.
And so when you're hot, when it's moving and it's year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, and you are really scaling, the private equity groups, the venture capital groups, your competitors, they want to buy you. And so in those moments, you can sell for a bigger multiple. Could you wait longer? Of course you can, but now you are gambling. And this is what I always tell people. Someone's like, oh, I could get $50 million right now, but I think my company's worth $120 million.
Right.
I'm going to get there one day.
Right.
So you're telling me you'd go to Las Vegas right now and put $50 million on one hand of blackjack. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Because business is not guaranteed. Things change, algorithms change, people change, competitors change, and whole industries change. There used to be horse and buggies, and then there was cars.
Right.
Right? The cars came out, and then there's Uber, and one day there won't be drivers for those either, right? Like, things change in every single industry. And so are you willing to gamble $50 million right now versus waiting to hope to get 120? And so the time to sell is when you are hot, when you are like this on the hockey stick and really growing.
You want to take a bird in the hand.
Yes.
So when is it time to step out as a CEO?
So that's what's interesting is that oftentimes people don't realize it's based on their ego. The company's capped at their experience, but their experience is only that thing, typically.
Right.
It's usually like they're 23 years old, they've been doing it for 7 years, now they're 30, but they've all their experiences in that one thing, and they can't scale bigger to go from 8 million to 100 million. They're not the person to do that. And so the wake-up call is, as you're growing your business, each day, is it confusing? Are you making calls? Are you calling advisors? Are you hiring too many consultants? Like, is it becoming a situation where you just need advice all the time? You shouldn't be the CEO.
Right.
You've hit that inflection point, like, you did a great job going from 0 to 8 million. God bless you, that's amazing. Very rare that you did that. But going from 8 million to 100 million is a very different caliber. Systems and processes, so many things that you need to scale a business that you just don't have the expertise in. And even if you do, there's probably a person that's 62 years old that's better than you. They've been doing it for 3 decades. They've had 4 exits. They've got the pedigree. They're the one that should do it. And so it's really getting to a point where, are you confused? Are you looking around getting advice all the time? That's the time you should go hire a real CEO.
Dan made some hard points on when it's time to step aside and get out of your own way. Do you have the guidelines in place? So as you know, I am obsessed with real estate, especially commercial real estate. Tell me how you approach real estate in your industries, in your businesses.
So real estate is ultimately, especially for entrepreneurs, the goal is to build up wealth in your business to then deploy into real estate, because that's what we really want. The hard part is, at the beginning, you can only buy X amount of real estate when you're first getting started. I'm teaching all the time to the entrepreneurs, when you start to get $1 million and $500 million and $10 million and 500K, whatever, you start to build wealth, you need to go buy real estate. It is the one true way to get generational wealth. You can get rich from your business, but you cannot get wealthy. It is really rare, unless you have go public or have a big exit, to get wealthy from your business. And so the way to get wealthy is get rich and deploy it into real estate. And so I'm telling that to people all the time. I co-invest into real estate funds, like we talked about before. Like, I like co-investing into funds and let them do it, because I'm not the expert.
Right.
Why would I go try to flip a house or go try to buy an apartment building when there's guys like you that have done billions of dollars? I can't beat you. You're going to buy it better, you're going to buy it faster, you're going to build it faster, you're going to get permits faster, because you can call the permit office and you know that, hey, John, how's your kid?
Right.
I'm like Google permit guy. Like, I'm looking up the permit office and I don't know who to call. Hello, John? Mr. John? Like, I'm just going to be waiting in line for a year and you can do it in one day.
Yeah.
And so I just co-invest with experts.
Well, we're higher on the learning curve, and I agree with you. You want to invest in smart money, and we've talked about that before, is that investing along with smart money or experienced people is tremendous to be able to leverage into building generational wealth. So what do you tell someone that wants to quit?
The people that want to quit, you have two options in life. If you're going to quit, just know you're going to regret it later.
Right.
But if you're going to quit and you feel like that's going to happen multiple times and you actually want to, you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. It is going to get harder. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for someone that's like, oh, things are too hard. It's going to get harder. You think it's hard when you have 600K in sales? Wait till you get to 6 million.
Right.
You think it's hard when you get to 6 million?
Right.
What happens when you get to 15 million? And you got to have 60 employees. That's when it gets hard.
Right.
Like nothing's hard yet. You haven't been to hard yet. And so I tell people, like, if you're not built for this, don't do it. And only two things happen when I say that. They either get really mad or they get really depressed. If they get really mad and they have fire in them, they can keep going. If they get depressed, they shouldn't be an entrepreneur.
So I've been out to your farm, the Wild, and incredible, all these different animals. Are you obsessed with animals, and are you obsessed with being on a ranch and having that lifestyle?
So I've always wanted the ranch to have different elements. Wild Jungle, having the 200 animals, is really fun to me. I love it. I like promoting content to help rescue more animals. And so we average 200 million views a month with animal content. So it's like our hub for us to showcase animal content.
For Tarzan, we've invested millions of dollars since moving here this summer into the Wild Jungle. Can you explain why, how, what is the Wild Jungle? Why have you dedicated your life to animals?
Well, animals saved my life, you know. When I was a kid, had a great childhood growing up, you know, and I lost my pops like when I was 14. And, you know, I didn't really have anything going mentally for myself, emotionally. And I was going down a dark path. And I didn't it was like a piece of me died too, you know. It was like almost my whole self died. I really didn't want to live no more, you know. And only thing I can look forward to was the small interactions I had with animals, you know. And then those animals brought back the feeling of being a human again, even though I'm hanging out with animals.
We just spent 2 months finishing this goat castle as part of the Goat Olympics, nicknamed the Goat Olympics. We're building different areas for them to climb on so they can enjoy themselves and have a great experience. We rescued over 17 goats and counting. We'll probably end up with 30, 40, 50, as many as Casey lets me have. So this week we rescued over a dozen animals in different parts of California. The biggest one is the Boss Hog. Andy Priscilla named him the Boss Hog because it took us 11 guys to help move him out of the really nasty facility to come to our beautiful 26 acres. But the idea of the ranch was to be able to bring people to me I have military training on one side, I have event space over here, ATV course, basketball, pickleball, the lake. There's a lot of moving parts of things to do at the place so that my friends could bring their family over, throw events there, throw masterminds there, etc. The animal part was just one section of it, and I'm trying to make that into the most famous part of the ranch. But ultimately, I might do that in multiple cities. I might build that in Dubai one day. I might build it in Las Vegas one day. I want to showcase to the world how they can help save animals too.
Doll sheep. Oh my God. He is a panda bear trapped in sheep's wool. I love you, kid. Okay, let's see him go. Go, 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 go.
So these are our 2 newest residents. Whoa, getting after it. Those are some apples. Got some new family members today. We're gonna need everyone's help. What the heck are we gonna name these guys?
Rebecca.
This is Flopsy. There's Flopsy's friends. Flopsy's friends are all different sizes, big, small. Wow, this fast. Got baby doll sheep. Wait, where'd you go? Can't even see how cute they are when they're running like that. They're little tiny little goats. Baby doll sheep.
If owning a 26-acre animal sanctuary doesn't teach you how to move through gossip and practice standing firmly in your shoes, I'm not sure what does. This confidence doesn't happen overnight. Confidence is practiced over and over. Start small and encourage yourself to grow. Dan aligns himself with the best. This means you must intentionally determine what your standards are and then commit to holding them in place. How do you find your obsession?
So I immerse myself in the internet, and I immerse myself in live events. And so when I go to events and I go to within the internet, I see things that people are working on. And if I don't get excited about it, I can co-invest into it or have someone else work on it, but I know that I'm not obsessed with it. There are certain categories that I like that are interesting to me, but I'm not obsessed with cars. I love that my friends have cars, and I think cars are super cool. I'm not obsessed with it. And so I just live vicariously through them. I am not particularly obsessed with insurance. I would like to own an insurance company, but I would never run it. And so what I do is I immerse myself. I go to the events, I go to the meetings, I look around online, I see what everyone is doing, and then I find things. I'm like, whoa, I like sports cards. Gary Vee and I should talk about sports cards. Oh, now I'm going to dive all the way in. Oh, I like acai bowls. Ooh, I'm going to invest into an acai bowl company. Right. If I find something that I actually eat or enjoy or have a part of my culture and love, then I go all in. I know I have that feeling. If I don't have that feeling, I don't do it.
When do you believe, our audience, we have some younger folks out there watching this, and they might feel criticized if they go all in, they're obsessed about something, their family members, their significant others. When is going too far when you're obsessed?
Literally, no matter what you do, you're going to get criticized.
Right.
Especially for women. If they're working too hard, oh, why is she working too hard? She should spend time with her kids and family. Not working enough? Oh, she doesn't even work. She just stays at home. Like, I can go on, and you can get the point of like, no matter what you do, you're going to be criticized. So you just have to do what you like. You have to do what feels right to you. No matter what you do, how good you are, how many people you help, or how much you donate to charity, or how many people you hire, you will get criticized. And they will rip you to shreds. They'll talk about you behind your back, talk about you in the comments, and all of that's okay. Your only job is to be the best version of you every single day, over and over and over. And don't worry about the things in the background. I know it's hard for people to hear, like, oh, it's not easy to don't worry about it. If you know they're going to do it, you hear what I'm saying right now. No matter what you do, they're going to talk crap. Jeff Bezos donated $97 million, and everyone made articles about, well, that's like lunch money to him.
Right.
Do you know how many hundreds of billionaires donated $0? Make articles about them, not the guy that donated $97 million.
Right.
To Australian fires. He's not even Australian. Like, no matter what you do, even if you donate $97 million, people are going to talk crap about you. And so you just need to be all in for what you believe in, what you enjoy, and not worry about what people say.
Ignore the white noise, alleviate your fear, and just be the best version of yourself and keep pushing forward. Well, thanks for coming out and joining us.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure
Absolutely.
seeing you.
Absolutely. It's great.
Obsession can drive people to do things they wouldn't normally do. Obsession can prioritize your dreams over daily comforts and create the momentum you need to go from good to great. Now it's your turn to fuel your obsession and join others, great leaders, investors, inventors who are leading the pack. What are you waiting for?